Fridays are very special on this program, Issues and Views. It's our open mic edition, of course, where you have the opportunity to talk about any issue that is bothering you. Your opinions, your thoughts are welcomed. All right, welcome on board. We've got a couple of stories for you, but we do open the lines early on Fridays, right here on Enyimba 94.3 FM. We're streaming live as usual on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Enyimba 943 FM, with the basket full of hot potatoes already listed on the Facebook page for you. So you drop your comments are already pouring in. We can see them. We will run through those comments, and we will throw the lines open very early today, all right, because it is our open mic edition of the program, Issues and Views. This is Enyimba 94.3 FM. Abba. My name is Michael Oni.
And I am Mary in Hejirika.
So let's quickly run through what is going on in Nigeria right now before we delve into the open mic segment, and also throw the lines open for you to share your thoughts on those issues that we are listing for you this morning on the program. All right, first person here, Chizoba Chukukelu, is asking Mary if you are not feeling cold.
Oh, okay. Because of what I'm doing.
Because of your attire.
Yeah, I'm not feeling cold actually. I feel good.
Okay, great. So let's run through those stories for you quickly before we throw the lines open early. We understand that there is a bit of unrest in our area. It happened yesterday. So I'm asking my people in our area, what is going on? Although we will share with you what we know and what happened yesterday, what went down concerning the protest that enveloped the market over what they described as the chairman's alleged high-handedness at the area market. So my people at area market, your issue is on the front burner this morning on Issues and Views. Even as the federal government has finally announced the palliative don't land Orlandigo, right? Remember that the federal government is planning palliatives to cushion the effect of subsidy removal. The palliatives are here now. Federal government announced 5 billion naira subsidy removal palliative for each state, 36 states. That's about an FCT. That's about 180 billion, I believe. Anyways, we will do the analysis for you. Even as Nigeria Labour Congress is already faulting the 180 billion naira palliatives, saying the governors will frustrate the program. We do not believe in these governors. We don't trust them. Maybe they have an antecedent.
No, maybe they are just looking at the past, not just not just on the
antecedent of palliative.
Yes,
that's exactly what I'm saying.
2020 palliatives.
Did you receive palliative?
I didn't.
You didn't?
Nope.
Okay. I'm not going to say anything because
did
I did.
You did?
I did.
Woo!
I did as a journalist. All right, we'll delve into that anyways. I'll give you details when we get to that point.
I don't remember if I was a journalist then. I was, but go on.
It didn't get to you.
I did not.
I was working at the seat of power, so I was close to the.
Okay, so you are close.
Anyways, let's look at some of the stories that we have for you this morning. Even as President Bola Tinubu is begging Nigerians to bear the pains caused by subsidy removal for a better tomorrow, and the defense headquarters has come out to tell us, to give more details about that helicopter crash and the ambush on officers that led to the death of 36 military officers, including high-ranking officers. A major was there, a colonel was there thereabout. We'll give you details of that. Today's decision day for ECOWAS. The defense chiefs are presently meeting in Ghana. The meeting started yesterday. And it is today that we will know if ECOWAS will invade Niger Republic. But ECOWAS defense chiefs, as of yesterday, declared their readiness to invade Niger Republic if diplomacy fails.
Yes.
They are going to go ahead with diplomacy. But if it fails, they said they are ready to put foot on ground. All right.
I just hope diplomacy doesn't fail, because we don't want.
Something uncommon happened yesterday at the Aso Rock Villa, where Governor Hope Uzodinma and former governor of the state Rochas Okorocha met. Of course, the party's chairman Abdullahi Ganduje
Ganduje.
took them there, and with the pictures flying around on social media, they were shaking and they were like, reconciliation don't start to ahead of the November 11 governorship election in Imo State. We will also delve into that. And Emefiele appeared in court yesterday, and his arraignment was stalled again because his co-accused were not in court. So the court adjourned to August 25. We're talking about the suspended CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele. Of course, what caught our attention was the part where he wept. He wept profusely, and he was walking briskly, and you could see he looked sapped. He looked sapped. He looked fatigued.
Yeah.
His trial is taking a toll on him.
Yeah, exactly.
He broke down at some point. Do you know when they were even, I would call it smuggling, they were trying to guide him away from the snaps of the camera, from journalists. You know the way we do our thing. Now we want to get the best picture that will make the headlines, that will make the front pages the next day. They had to put off the courtroom light. They put it off at some point. I feel for him. He wept. Former CBN governor wept in court yesterday. We'll give you details of these stories this morning. Basket full of hot potatoes as usual. Are you ready to be informed? It is also our open mic day. Yes, indeed. We know it is a time and place for you to share your thoughts, your opinions, your experiences on the latest news and events. We know you often have a lot to say, and sometimes we do not give you that opportunity, and sometimes we streamline our stories. But today is that day where you have the opportunity to call in, the privilege to join the conversation, share your insights on any issue, ask questions, offer a different perspective, because we believe that an informed and engaged community is essential for a healthy democracy, and we want to hear from as many voices as possible. So the mic will be open very soon. We call it Open Mic Edition of this news-based radio station, Enyimba 94.3 FM. We're ready to serve you, right?
Yes,
Great.
Yeah.
So let's begin from Ariara International Market. There was a protest in that market yesterday. What led to the protest? You will get to know. You heard the voices there. Some traders in Ariara International Market protested over what they described as multiple taxation, imposition of arbitrary and illegal levies on them, and they accused the chairman of the market, Mr. Ozokwe Chikadibia, of being behind those allegations. The traders, carrying placards with different inscriptions, took the protest around the market, describing the leadership style of Mr. Chikadibia as dictatorship, as dictatorial. And Elder Augustine Umbogu spoke on behalf of the traders and accused the chairman of neglecting due process in selecting and inaugurating the zonal leaders in the market. In fact, at some point he accused, allegedly, that the chairman collected money from some persons, inaugurating them, imposing them on the traders, the zonal leaders in the market, accused the chairman of extorting some traders thousands of naira with a promise to make them leaders of their zones in the market. Take a listen to what he told journalists, what we captured during the protest.
Thursday night, that's what no also in.
How can you hear me yesterday?
Yeah, to the better Abuna. Now you go LS, our amiable governor. Ewenimbe, Owen Udia and agenda. Agenda stars. Sinakandi, PDP, Diamond, the very not teacher.
Yes.
I like a Padiga, and Diamond, the very back. That's why process so. Yeah, to the better now. Enyimba, you know, say, na star, Nando Tie, the PDP neighbor, name, Ninka, I say,
Okay, just to capture a bit of what they were saying yesterday, and other traders spoke to journalists there, alleging double taxation, high-handedness, that these things have become common in the market, adding that the chairman has been selective in taxes and levies, as well as allocation of some choice areas based on sentiments. These are huge allegations against the chairman of Ariaria International Market, and they are calling for his immediate removal and replacement by the Abia State Governor and the Commissioner for Trade and Investment. In fact, they said the protest will resume next week Tuesday if nothing is done to address their grievances. Well, the Secretary of the Market received them, Comrade Wisdom Unekwe, and called for calm on the matter, that the matter will be addressed. So that's it.
I've heard from your spokesperson. We are going to take it down to the appropriate quarters. We are going to handle everything with due process. We are not going to take loss. Please calm your nerves. We are going to get things done the right way. I am the Secretary of Ariaria International Market. We have
So that's it about that. What went down yesterday at Ariaria International Market. Comments are already pouring in on that. Chigozie Obialo says, good morning, our mother station. The protest in Ariaria was orchestrated by some elements, according to many traders inside. So I don't know what he meant by that, but that's according to Chigozie Obialo on our Facebook page. Mary.
You know, the truth is, from the little I heard what they said, it's looking like, it's beginning to look like it's a political issue. Because
it has a political coloration.
On the tone, yes, to it. Because I overheard them saying a political, they did not want the PDP, and it's as if it's coming from their opposition. And, so I think it's somewhat politically motivated. You know, if you're not in my party, you don't get any position.
You cannot get a juicy position if you worked against my party.
Nothing comes to you and stuff like that. But I don't think it should be like that. I think when it comes to a market where we do our business, people should be allowed to actually select the people they want to lead them.
I was going to that.
Yeah, because they have been in the market together. They have gotten to know themselves. So they should be in the best position to say, this is who we want to lead us. It shouldn't be imposed on them, because when that happens, that person,
like
exactly. And now they are also accusing the man of collecting 500,000 from some people, 400,000, promising that he was going to give them a particular position, which at the end of the day, why men slept in the dead of the night.
Okay.
Why men slept. He took the position.
Why is it that anything that wants to happen will be when men are sleeping? Women don't sleep.
Because Bible says
why women sleep?
The dark places of this earth is filled up with cruelty.
Okay.
That's what the Bible says.
Mother Mary.
It always happens at night.
All right.
So according to the accusation that while men slept, these positions were given to other people after the chairman had already collected money and promised to give this position. So I think it's a political something and should be looked into.
Yeah, no doubt it has a political coloration.
Yeah.
And why will it have a political coloration? Because the government has a hand in those that are leading the markets, various markets. During the heydays of Alex Otis' administration, many of our callers advised this present administration to remove their hand in who gets what, especially in our markets. This is not the first time that we are having leadership issues in our markets, and the markets, the traders know who they want.
They do.
They know the competent ones.
Yes.
I'm not removing the chairman from the allegations raised, and I'm not saying he did it. But the only solution to this is the government supervises while they conduct their election.
Yes.
That way you have a free and fair election, and they will say, oh, now vote them, now no be government, appoint them for you.
Exactly.
That being said, on the other hand, there are political colorations to this. During election period, you want to conquer all areas, including markets. If you don't put people that you trust, they will not deliver for you. Are you getting it?
I'm trying to.
If you have your trusted allies as those in charge of the markets, they will deliver your mandates for you in those markets, or they will spread your message. Exactly, or they will spread their message. Sometimes it's compensation. You understand? So it is part of the reward system. You work for me, you get this. And that is why it is difficult for some governments. It is not only in Abia. That is why it is difficult for some governments to allow free and fair election in markets. And it didn't start with this administration. It started back in the day. And they've been saying, let us have Umehilegu industrial market or Bakassi market, because there are issues. So on what you are going to call it, some persons say is leather market, some persons say I'm not interested, but they also have their own leadership issues. So the only way to eliminate it is allow them conduct a free and fair election. The government comes in and supervises, maybe provide a electoral committee and do everything, but supervises. And at the end of the day, from a free and fair election, and anyone that wants to win, that is serious, should contact Amara. Amara has strategy to win elections. No, I mean that. I'm only joking. Anyways, let's move on. Palliative has landed. I think this is a big story today. It's been generating a lot of reactions. It was discussed on the Nigeria Today for today with
Miss Paul.
With Paul Confidence on the Good Morning Enyimba show. 5 billion naira palliative for each of the 36 states. You know, they met in Abuja, the governors met, and they said, the federal government said, hey, go and generate your list, the poorest of the poor, the social register. Go and generate your list, and we will reach out to you on what we are giving. They will pay back.
Yes.
They will pay 48% back.
Yeah, 48%.
Now, the ad hoc committee also is to engage with the leadership of the labor unions. We are going to break it down for you. The meeting was held yesterday, the National Economic Council meeting. That's the highest economic decision-making body in Nigeria, comprising of the vice president and the governors of the 36 states of the federation. And the chairman of the governors forum is Governor Abdurrahman Abdurazak of Kwara State. But the committee set up on this palliative is being headed by Governor of Anambra State, Chukuma Soludo, is part of those that came up with the idea of this palliative and the likes. The chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum was there, Hopu Zodima, the PDP Governors Forum, Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State, and the Abia State Governor, Governor Alex Oti, all part of this committee. So let's break it down. The resolutions reached, and what you should be expecting from the federal government as an indigene of Abia State.
From the state government.
From the state government. Yes. No, through the state government. From the federal government through the state government.
Yes.
Listen attentively at this point so that you hold those in charge. Now, my palliative, I'm entitled to it.
What am I accountable?
Exactly. The council received progress reports on the ongoing nationwide distribution of rice, grains, and fertilizers. So it means rice, grains, and fertilizers have been disbursed. I think 5 trailers each. Let's take a listen to what the governor of Borno State said yesterday on this issue. Governor Ubasani also spoke on this issue, so we know what is what on this particular issue before we break it down for you.
The federal government of Nigeria has released 5 trucks of rice to each state last week. Furthermore, in order to cushion the effect of food shortages across the country, the federal government has approved the sum of 5 billion naira to be given to each state for the procurement of 100,000 bags of rice, 40,000 bags of maize, and fertilizers. 52% of this money is given to states as grants, while 48% of the 5 billion naira is to be paid back on an installment basis within a period of 2 years, 20 months to the CBN by the states and the local government areas in Nigeria.
Clarification here is again, 5 billion was actually approved, but until this moment, only 2 billion have been given to the states.
2 billion has been given to the states. 2 billion. So others, I believe, will be released in tranches. 52% is grant, meaning it is money meant for you
Yes.
to
Don't pay back.
don't pay back. Then 48%,
Yes,
48% of the 5 billion will be paid back
in 20 months.
in 20 months. That's about 2 years plus. 1 year plus.
1 year
Yeah,
plus,
1
not
year
up to
plus,
2, yeah.
not up to 2. 2 years is 24 months.
Yes.
In 20 months, meaning it's going to increase the debt profile of each state of the federation. But that is not the issue. 5 truckloads of maize and what has been given
rice.
last week.
5 trucks
how
of
many
rice.
how many bags are we expecting? How many bags can each truck
truck carry?
carry? I don't know. It depends.